So I just finished beating all 15 levels of Fractured Plane inside of Diablo Immortal live right here on the channel. If you guys missed that live stream, it's actually live for you right now as well. You could watch it back and see my experience, the guidance that I was given from the community and the guidance that I had for you guys along the way, playing as a barbarian class with one of the worst loadouts of this week. No whirlwind as a barbarian playing Fractured Plane. Well, that is extremely difficult, but as you could see in the background, some of the footage, we did okay. Now, there are a few things that we have to talk about regarding Fractured Plane. This game mode, which is temporary, it's in the game right now for about a month, can change Diablo Immortal for the good forever. And this can be done in multiple ways. First of all, let's talk about the obvious. The game mode is epic, right? You get a lot of glowing shards, which are essentially legendary gear that you would then take to the blacksmith and get rid of from completing the event. You get 5 to be exact. You also get legendary gear for completing the event, and you could get this legendary gear weekly. On top of that, the game mode is like a horde mode that you remember from Gears of War, but through a story system, meaning like story 1, story 2, story 3. It's a ton of fun. I really did enjoy it. It's something that I could definitely participate in once a week, get the rewards. I'm actually thinking of live streaming it. And you know what I hope for real? I hope that Blizzard takes this game mode, packages it, and makes it part of Diablo Immortal regularly, just like the Heliquary. I want Fractured Plane inside of Diablo Immortal all the time. Now, there's some cool things about this game mode that I think can change Diablo Immortal forever. One of them is that when you go into this, you're forced to use skills that it's not your build, right? They're giving you skills. You go in naked with nothing. You have your basic skills and nothing, no gear, no nothing. You have to earn it as you go. This reminds me so much of my idea that I had a year ago regarding some Battle Royale style game modes. Now, I know Battle Royale may not be it, but how about a PvP game mode where you can find, defeat enemies, and gain gear and then fight other people? So it could be like a PvPvE. Player versus environment versus player. Environment being the computer, the enemies that you find along the way. I think this could really be cool. And since the mechanic is here and really done well, I think it could really be part of something in the future they can build out from. We have Battlegrounds with one game mode that's mediocre at best. Actually, the echoing game mode right now, the Echoes game mode, is another PvP game mode, which is it's essentially Shadow Wars, right? Let's be honest here. It's essentially Shadow Wars, but now everyone can do it for the event. So there's 2 different PvP game modes, and then there's this, but having the mechanic available when you dive into these battles with no gear whatsoever, I think this could be the future of something amazing inside of the game. So Fractured Plane, make it full-time in Diablo Immortal. Don't take it away, or if you do take it away, bring it back and have it back then forever, because it's darn good. Well done, Blizzard. Perfect game mode. I actually love it. Actually, I shouldn't say perfect, because there is a request that I have, which I'm going to get to in a minute. Something that I think could also be game changing inside of Diablo Immortal. So what I'd love to see is a PvP game mode or a PvPvE game mode that can be developed where you're gearless in the beginning and you earn gear and then battle throughout it. I think all the pieces are there. I think Blizzard knows this. I think this could be all part of the plan to build these mechanics and then bring them all together into all of these different available game modes, which could be like a behemoth of a game at some point in time. A year from now, we could have 10 different game modes that we could choose from all the time. Like, we could look back on Diablo Immortal, what it is right now, and be like, wow, remember when Diablo Immortal didn't have any game modes and now it has so many? This is what I'm talking about. Blizzard supporting the game over time. This is why we should be buying the Battle Pass. Give them $5 a month to support the game that we're playing so much of. At least that's how I look at it. Maybe you don't. Free to play is cool too. Whale status is cool too. Everyone can play how they want to play. But what should change? Now, I've been talking a lot about me being a barbarian, getting a little tired of the barb, but not really tired of him, because I'm not tired of the barbarian, but more desiring range, right? I want to play a ranged class. What if the Fractured Plane allowed you to choose the class that you play as? And it doesn't have to be the class that you are inside of the game. Yes, I know. This is an insanely good idea. Why Because I'm a barbarian, do I have to play as a barbarian in the fractured plane? I'm using none of my gear, nothing except for the skins that I own and that I'm currently wearing for my class. Why can't I go in there as a demon hunter? Why can't I go into the fractured plane as a necromancer? Why can't I every single week play all 6 classes and go into the fractured plane playing all of them? I'm not saying I want rewards for all of them, but it would be really cool to be able to play it as other classes. Now, okay, I know you're saying, well, at the end of the fractured plane, you get legendary gear items. Now, there's 2 ways we can do this. One way is you can only get rewards if you play it as your character class, meaning you can only get the legendary gear rewards if you play it as your character class. So for me, if I played as a barbarian, then I can get the legendary gear to play as the barbarian, or else it really doesn't do or have the possibility of doing anything for me. The other option is you could get legendary gear only. So if I play as a demon hunter, the rewards that'll be available will be available for the class that I'm currently in the game. So even though if I played it as a demon hunter, the rewards that I would gain, the legendary gear that I would gain if I completed all 15 levels could be barbarian gear, because that's what I can actually use, equip, and be part of my account inside of the game. 2 ways to fix it, super easy. I don't think that we should be giving out legendary gear all over the place for different classes if I decide to play through with 6 different classes. I don't think that the rewards are an issue. I think they're actually very good for the event. Now, with that said, it took me, and I took my time. I did it live. If you missed it, you can watch it back. It's like I said, it's on the main channel. We talked to the community. You guys helped me through it. We made choices together for what gear we were choosing and what skills we were choosing along the way. But it took an hour and a half. So I would say if I didn't consult with the community and we just kind of went through it, it would probably take 45 minutes to an hour. This is an intense, long game mode, one that you invest a good amount of time into. So my few thoughts for today. 1, fractured plane is incredible. I love it. 2, if I could change one thing to fractured plane, it would be that we could play at any class, because it has nothing to do with our gear, because you go in gearless. So let me play as a wizard, a demon hunter, a necromancer, a monk, a crusader, or as my barbarian, or all 6 of them. Let us choose. Why not? It would actually make me desire that range from a wizard or a demon hunter less, because let's say today I'm just like, I don't really want to melee. I just want to kind of go at range and shoot at stuff. Well, then I could choose the demon hunter or wizard and I could play it in the fractured plane. Why not? It seems like an easy thing to implement. I think it would be epic, and it would really get people's desire and boredom of their class. Without having to do a class change, it would fix that, right? Because I don't want a class change for my barbarian, but I do want to play as a demon hunter, and I don't want to start another account and start all over, but I still want to play as a demon hunter, so this would be a great way for me to be able to do that. Play as a demon hunter in this game mode, get my thrills over there, and then go back to my barbarian. Win-win. And, of course, having a system in place that is here and ready to be built out with a gearless character so that our battles can be completely fair. Battleground people that are on the top of the leaderboards are our whales. They're the people that are spending the most money. They have the best gems, the best gear, the best gem resonance. They are upgraded the most. Free-to-play players won't be able to compete with them, at least not for many, many, many years. So why not put a game mode in where you're gearless, just like in the fractured plane, but it's another separate PvP mode? I think it'll be awesome. Let me know what you guys think of my ideas below. Did you do the fractured plane? If you did you defeat all 15 levels? And what character class did you use to get through however far you got through? Guys, I love talking about this kind of stuff. If you like listening, make sure you sub and ring the bell. Remember, I will be back tomorrow with another Diablo Immortal video. Have a great day, guys, and be good.